Aristotle once said, "Happiness depends upon ourselves." But what if that's the problem? What if the reason you can't be happy is because you've placed the weight of the world on your own shoulders? You've turned happiness into a mountain you must climb, a puzzle you must solve. Think about it. We're told that happiness is within our reach, but no one gives us the map. And so, you stumble through life, searching for something that feels like it's always just out of grasp. Maybe it's not because you're incapable of happiness, but because you've been looking in all the wrong places. What if I told you that happiness is like chasing a butterfly in a field? Every time you get close, it flits just out of reach. You sprint faster, hands outstretched, only to trip over your own feet. The harder you chase, the more elusive it becomes. Maybe you've felt this. You've wondered, why can't I just be happy? What's wrong with me? The truth is, the way we think about happiness is the very reason it slips through our fingers. Happiness isn't something you find. It isn't even something you achieve. It's a shadow, a whisper, a trick of light. And if you've been trying to pin it down, you're not broken. You're just holding the map upside down. The trap of then I thinking. Happiness, we're told, is just over the next hill. It's when you get the promotion, lose the weight, find a partner, or buy the house. But here's the thing, the horizon always moves. You tell yourself, when I get there, then I'll be happy. But when you arrive, the goalposts shift. It's like trying to fill a jar with sand when the jar has a hole in the bottom. No matter how much you pour in, it never feels full. And the cruelest part? This illusion keeps you running, like a hamster on a wheel, exhausted but no closer to your destination. The happiness mirage. We live in a world that sells happiness as a product. Ads tell you that a shiny car, the newest phone, or a tropical vacation will bring you joy. Social media feeds us carefully curated images of perfect lives, smiling faces, sparkling beaches, and Sunday brunches. But these are mirages. They're not real happiness. They're snapshots of fleeting pleasure. And yet, we compare our behind-the-scenes mess to everyone else's highlight reel. It's no wonder we feel like we're failing. Think of it this way. You're wandering in the desert, parched and desperate for water. You see a glittering oasis in the distance and sprint toward it, only to find it's just shimmering heat on the sand. Happiness isn't at the finish line because it's not a destination. It's the water you carry with you, but we've forgotten how to drink from our own canteens. The weight of expectation. Another reason you can't be happy? The weight of expectation. From the moment we're old enough to understand, we're handed a script. Get good grades, land a stable job, start a family, retire with a golden watch. You follow the script, checking the boxes, but somewhere along the way, you realize something's missing. You've climbed the ladder only to find it's leaning against the wrong wall. Happiness isn't about following someone else's blueprint. It's about building a life that feels true to you. But that's terrifying, isn't it? To rewrite the rules, to risk disappointing others. And so, many of us stay stuck, carrying the weight of should and wondering why we feel so heavy. The paradox of control. Here's another twist. The more you try to control your happiness, the more it evades you. Imagine holding a handful of sand. If you squeeze too tightly, it slips through your fingers. We try to micromanage our lives, organizing every detail, clinging to plans and outcomes. We say, I'll be happy if things go exactly this way. But life is chaos wrapped in uncertainty. Plans fall apart. People leave. Storms roll in. And when the sand spills, we're left devastated, convinced we've failed. But maybe happiness isn't about control. Maybe it's about loosening your grip, letting the wind take some of the grains, and finding beauty in what remains. The art of being. So, if happiness isn't in achievements, possessions, or control, where is it? The answer is almost infuriatingly simple. It's in the now. It's in the sunlight on your face, the laughter of a friend, the rhythm of your breath. But we miss it because we're too busy worrying about the future or ruminating on the past. Imagine holding a snowflake in your hand. If you're too distracted, it melts before you notice its beauty. Happiness is like that. It exists in fleeting, fragile moments. But here's the catch. You can't force yourself to feel it. You can only create space for it. You can slow down, pay attention, and let it land softly, like a feather on your shoulder. Remember the butterfly? The one you were chasing in the field? Here's the secret. If you stop running and sit quietly, it might just land on your hand. Happiness isn't something you catch. It's something you notice. It's already here, in the cracks of your life, waiting for you to see it. So, maybe the question isn't, why can't I be happy? Maybe it's, what's stopping me from noticing the happiness that's already mine? And when you ask that, you'll realize the butterfly was never running from you. It was just waiting for you to stop and be still.